Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Deathsmiles 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Now we did look at this on the PlayStation 4 / PlayStation 5. Was it a week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago when it was released there. So yeah, I don't expect there to be too many differences in this version outside of the the maximum resolution. Not scaling to 4K. Obviously the Switch is only capable of 1080p. At most, and 720p when you're in handheld mode. So, things may not look quite as sharp, but right now I would say it's pretty comparable looking. Just, if you set your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 to 1080p, it would basically look like this, with maybe just a slightly brighter image, just because of the enhanced color gamut. But yeah, so let's go and see what we got here. It'll take a little while to go all through the game with all the different versions and modes. Okay, so we got version 1.1, the normal mode, the black label modes, and the original arcade. Let's start at the beginning at the original arcade. Okay, so we've got our normal sort of dip switches. So this is the default. If we look, we've got, obviously the original game is not quite at 1080p, obviously. And I believe on PlayStation 4, we could only get this up to like 133% or 134%, something like that. So on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, this was as big as we could get. But it looks like on the Switch, we can actually get this thing to fill our screen, which is super unusual. I don't know why there was a size restriction on the PlayStation 4. If anything, I would have thought there'd be a size restriction for this version. So it's kind of weird, I have to admit. I personally like the smoothing on. I know some people don't like it. Okay, we got our backgrounds if we want them. Unfortunately, there's no wallpaper off. It doesn't look like. You have to have something back here, apparently. I think that's probably the least offensive there. Extra windows if you want your score, and your scoring meters on there. Yeah. Interesting. I can actually fill the screen. Of course, this is at 1080p, so maybe that's the reason why we couldn't get it to fill the complete y-axis and keep the aspect ratio on PlayStation 4. I don't know. That seems weird. Maybe it's just some sort of bug or something. All right, we have our favorite tweens? I don't know. What we got? I mean, she's just officially a teenager. And the rest of these girls are probably shouldn't be involved in all this death and destruction. What a shame. Yeah, that's a real trip about the PlayStation 4 version not being able to do the full zoom. Oh boy, the original. I tell you, I was really happy to see that there was some effort put into bringing this to the modern consoles. I mean, I thought it was just always going to be lost to the Xbox 360, because that's where I own my original copies of these games. And since it wasn't on Microsoft's backwards compatibility list, I thought, well, I guess these games are just going to be lost forever. Thankfully, that's not the case. Not now. At least a larger artist can enjoy them. It was sort of a weird thing for the games to appear on the North American Xbox 360. You know, basically to a crowd that wasn't interested in playing these games. I really love the music in the series. I probably shouldn't, but no, it's got a real ring to it. Oh wait. Okay, like I said, we've got a lot of versions to go over. Okay, 1.1. Again, I think it's interesting that each title has its own set of options. Like there's not a universal setting for this. Oh, see here we can only do 113, but that's pretty close to the entire edge. It's like maybe one more pixel off of the entire edge. Whereas the PlayStation 4 version is a significant border left all around. Just like the PlayStation 4 version, there is also the option for DLC, $25 in DLC. Again, I think for most people that's not worth it, unless you're a fan of Deathsmiles, where you'll get to play additional characters across both the games. But you know, probably most people don't care about that. Although really, I think if you're playing Deathsmiles, and you even know what this game is, then you're probably a fan. And if you're a fan, you probably also know that shmups like these are few and far between, so just showing a little bit of support for them is probably okay. You know, we still get shmups being made here and there, and M2 has decided to kind of diversify. They have a lot of the old producers from Cave and Toaplan. They did show that they could create original work with the LS collection, you know, making that GGLS3. It was only a shame they had to do it on Game Gear hardware, but it was still good. And obviously it wasn't like 100% Game Gear hardware, it's like a Super Game Gear. Yes, don't panic. It's supposed to run that slow. That's how the arcade game ran. All the stuff on the screen. There isn't an option to remove the slowdown, and probably, I don't imagine a lot of people want that slowdown to go away. It does help, overall. It's sort of a bullet hell shmup tradition, anyway. Yeah, so far it's just like slightly less clear and bright as the PlayStation 4 version. I mean, it's basically what a 1080p title would look like. And again, that's perfectly fine. I mean, the system's 1080p. But, you know, you have the advantage of taking this portable. You know, you can take it with you and play it. You know, get better at trying to one-credit it. Not me. I am not ashamed of burning 1,000,000 credits on these games. A long time ago when I was younger, maybe that would have been something that I cared about, but certainly not anymore. Yep, we get some nice AI scaling from the new version. Or maybe they went back through with the original assets. I don't know, it's M2. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to get a hold of the original assets and scale them properly. Because I don't imagine this game, well, I don't imagine the developers at Cave, especially during the time that this game was made, were generating higher quality assets than were being used in the game, you know, like, I don't imagine they were generating 1080p assets for something that was only going to run at 240p. Or 480p at most. You know, it's quite a bit of work to draw a piece of art at even 1080p, much less 4K. Yes, I hope you guys don't expect me to have like some expert gameplay. I'll never be able to show you that. That would require me to be an expert at something. Okay, and then we have the Black Label of version 1.1. You know, the thing I'm surprised with is it loads pretty quickly. Really just as fast as it did on the PlayStation 4. Or PlayStation 5. Wish I could get around not having mentioned that. Yeah, that still baffles me that I can actually bring this full screen, whereas, you know, on the PlayStation 4, this is it. This is the best you could do as far as expanding the Y-axis. Again, maybe it has something to do with the overall base resolution of the system. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of happier to play it on this system, really. Plus, you know, there's a D-pad that doesn't completely suck. Although, if you're using Joy-Cons, you still get sucky D-pads. No getting around that. I mean, Joy-Con D-pad, even though it's like super responsive, it is also not very fun to play with. I think people have kind of grown accustomed to the way the PlayStation does the 4 separate, you know, the 4 separate D-pad setup versus, you know, the one cross piece that we see on Nintendo systems. I'm just used to this plus pad, you know. I'm sure if I got used to using the separated pad, I wouldn't think anything of it. I really don't like playing with that D-pad, if I can possibly help it. The analog sticks are great. I mean, they definitely did the analog sticks right on the PlayStation 5. The D-pad, not so much. I know a lot of people don't like the D-pad on the Pro controller either, but I don't know. That's about as good as it gets for right now in this generation of systems. I'm sort of not giving the Xbox Series X any awards for good D-pads either. It's sort of that weird, depressed, you know, octagon. I don't know. Reminds me of the old Turbo Touch 360, except without the thermal detection. If anybody remembers that controller. Oh my goodness. Okay, Arcade Black Label. I know. Look at the base resolution of that thing. That's 480p. Wow, that's crazy. I can get the whole thing. Like I said, for that reason alone, I would probably play this version of Deathsmiles 1 too. I mean, obviously it doesn't look 100% crisp. You know, you're going from a 480p image to a 1080p, and even with the best sort of scaling out there, things are going to look a little blurry. I'm okay with that. And again, we could turn off the smoothing to give ourselves a cleaner look. Though I don't think it's necessarily a better look. I mean, at least it's not like Nintendo's own efforts to do remasters where they completely dim the screen. As when they're bringing in older titles. It's like, really? Why do you have to dim the screen, jerks? That just makes me have to turn up the contrast on my television. It's way less convenient. Yeah, there is something to be said about this this detailed sprite work, even though the base resolution is so low. I mean, with Deathsmiles 2, which we'll get to here soon, they went with a more polygon look, and I still kind of feel that Deathsmiles 1 is the better looking game, even though Deathsmiles 2 does have the same sort of theme, and generally it runs smoother and faster. But I don't know, I mean, it may be just me, my eyes playing tricks on me, but I generally feel that the sprites are more detailed. Like I said, could be your brain nugget, your head's filling in details that don't really exist. Who did we leave off on? Okay. Rosa. Oh, I didn't change the wallpaper. Oh well. You know, I guess M2 did release like a new arcade LS game. Although for the most part it plays like a cave game, it doesn't play like a regular LS game, so maybe we'll start seeing more original titles. It's from all the old veterans of Toplin and Cave. So it's got good pedigree. They probably just don't want to make, or don't think people would be interested in a you know, an old style LS. That the bullet hell, you know, the franticness is the thing that people want. And maybe they're right. I have heard, you know, newer shmup players complain about, you know, how an older shmup plays without the sort of franticness that's available in these. When I say newer, of course, these things are still like 10 years old. Like, I like these kind of shmups too, don't get me wrong. I like these bullet hells. But I do really prefer the Gradius style shmup. Where it's not so much about like lots and lots of bullets. And you know, billions in score, but just kind of like carefully crafted levels. I'll take either one, honestly. We just don't get that many shmups nowadays. Certainly good ones. You get a lot of those European-style slow scrollers, which I'm not a fan of. Alright, I think that was all for Deathsmiles 1. Move on to Deathsmiles 2.
Christmas Eve の夕暮れ、ウィンディアは街で凍えて泣いている女の子に声をかけました。どうしたの？女の子は答えました。迷子になったの。ウィンディアはその子をお屋敷に連れて帰ることにしました。それが聖夜を悪夢に変える出来事の始まりだったのです。
I mean, thankfully the big characters have giant hitboxes. It's only your character that has a tiny little hitbox. I know, it's too bad they couldn't get this before Christmas. I'm sure they were trying to. And they did get it before Christmas on the PlayStation 4, but you know, couldn't quite do it on the Switch. And I don't know if there's any plans to bring this to the Xbox. I'll have to check that store and see if they have it available there too. Okay, where's the original mode? We got Arrange, Arcade. Let's start with the arcade one. Oh, here, what's the regular options? I think it's the same as... Yeah, we have some height adjustments. And width adjustments if we need to. Yeah, I think that's fine. The default's fine. I have my TV set not to hide the overscan anyway. Alright, arcade mode. Normal dip switches, good stuff here. There's no rose here? Ah, there's no rose here. Wow. That's no fun. Bye! My old Satan Claus. He's such a kidder. Oh, can I not change the size here? Oh, interesting. Oh, wow, really? Do I have to do it from the other menu? Oh, I had to do it from out here. Okay, well, at least I can do it. Just can't do it. And this is the way I would prefer it, is to change it before you go into the game. Oh boy, early polygons. I mean, at least they're not PlayStation 1, PlayStation 1 style polygons, or, Saturn style polygons. They're closer to, like, PlayStation 3. Maybe PlayStation 2. I don't know. I think PlayStation 3 is probably more fair. PlayStation 2 did still look kind of sucky. These at least, kind of look like what the original art probably was meaning to look like. That. Ah, damn it. Okay. Then what have we got? Two crossbows? No. Okay, so we don't set the size here. We set the size inside the game. Well, who knows? I mean, I don't need to set the size. Ooh, we get the other characters. We finally make use of that DLC, yeah.
いつでもどうぞ。
Oh yeah, it's actually set to take up the whole screen no matter what anyway, so that would explain why there's no screen adjustment. Yeah, there's supposed to be a brand new Cotton game coming out here soon too, so that'll be interesting. It's like we went from having like 0 Cotton games to having like 6 Cotton games come out in the in the last 4 weeks. Get a little fancier intro from the arcade. I forget I can eat bullets with her.
あれれれ、願いの本が。行きますわよ。
It's kind of cool. They're like subtle little changes between different versions. But they all do play differently since the patterns are different. And if you're buying the DLC, you can get different characters that, you know, that change the behavior of the game as well. Yeah, okay. Guess I don't worry about the screens on this one. There you are, Rosa.
参りましょう。
Alright, first level's always the same.
び散ってしまうなんて。そんな、やっと取り返せたと思ったのに。大変、急いで全部集めないと。あれを全部？願いの音符は音符通り奏でることで何でも望みが叶う宝物なの。あのサタンクローズに先を越されないように急ぐわよ。待って、ローザ。
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have that. I didn't even realize I was reading the subtitles. I was like, oh yeah, the last time we played this, there wasn't any English subtitles.
行くわよ。
Although again, on the PlayStation 4 version, there's obviously English subtitles there. Now look at these guys in the background. What the hell are they doing? Oh, there they are. I know all the Deathsmiles experts are cringing, not really maximizing my score. I'm just trying to live. From the depths. Heavy snake. That's like it's like the fat solid snake. Maybe by the time Metal Gear Solid 7 is out, he'll be like super overweight. Oh, so friendly looking. Oh, you're lost. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, he's all meh. Mm-hmm.
ウィンディキャスパーお姉様何かあったの？おじいちゃんがおじいちゃんが死んじゃったよ。え？そんなおじいちゃんの体どんどん冷たくなって、私のせいだ。私が殺したんだ。スーピー、違うわ。あなたのせいじゃない。悪いのはサタンクローズ。すべてあいつのせいよ。ひょっとしたらおじい様を助ける方法があるかもしれない。どういうこと？願いの音符を全部集めて私たちの願いを叶えてもらうのよ。おじい様を生き返らせてって。じゃあおじいちゃんはまだ望
Oh, it's not like the monkey's paw.
さあみんな
He's like, oh, he's alive, all
急ぎ
right.
ましょう。
Walking around.
行くわよ。
Nah, damn it. I knew I was gonna run into it. I looked away for just a second. Oh, no, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. To the chateau.
行くわよ。ここだわ。この宮殿に最後の音符がある。そしてサタンクローズもいる。建物の中なのに星空がどうなってるの？奴の作った幻覚ね。さしずめ巨大なおもちゃ箱ってとこかしら。嫌な気配がピン 悪霊が取り付いたおもちゃ箱よ。
I know, sorry I'm not talking a lot. These games, all these cave games, they just require like all of your attention. And I'm already not very good at these games. Ugh. I knew it was going to get me eventually. It's a little bit harder to manage than the last level. Nope, but it's a little wheezy.
こんなとこにいたのね。ずいぶん探したわ。願いの音符返してもらうわよ。
やめくった
ふざけた素行もこれまでよ。逃げ場はないわ。
怖い。そんな真面目な顔しちゃやだよ。笑ってよねえ、笑ってよ
おじいさまの敵取らせてもらうわ。
ああ、まだ怖い
もうここまで覚悟なさい。
ってきたもんね。
見てロザ、あいつあんなに大きくなって。
カーテンの白
Yeah. Oh boy.
プレーね。
Really?
墓穴を掘ったようね。自分の罠にかかるなんて。もう一度魔界で犯した罪を償いなさい。
助け
ようやく終わったわ。
私全知全能の神だオール迷える者たち願いを唱えるがよい。
お願いです。殺されたおじい様を生き返らせてください。
おじいちゃんをお願いします。おじいちゃんを、おじいちゃんを。
よろしい。空からの願い。確かに。
Oh, God doesn't look very healthy. Needs to get some sun. Grandpa wakes up with an awkward boner. What was I dreaming about?
誰かおらぬか。
よかったですわ。おじい様が生き返って。
お前たちのおかげじゃ。本当にありがとう。どれ、今夜はクリスマスじゃ。
Wow.
お礼にわしが何でも願いを叶えてやろう。遠慮せず言ってみなさい。
よろしいんですか？
Ask for something? Don't ask for something? We don't need anything.
結構です。おじい様が倒れられてからというのは、どれだけこれまでの生活が幸せだったのかよくわかりましたから。
王座、すまんかったな。本当にすまんかった。今日はディオール邸で記念撮影が行われていた。今という瞬間を大切にするためにローザが提案したの
I like how the picture he sees behind the camera is nothing like what's in front of them.
この時代の写真はしばらくじっとしてないと映らないんですからね。写真一枚。
I like how that lady in the left is carrying that guy's picture from the last game.
顔が引きつりそうだよ。
はい、OK です。
終わった。これで素敵な思い出がいつまでも残るわね。これでおじいちゃんがいつ倒れても大丈夫だよ。こらキャスパー、何を言うの。冗談だよ。
All right, so there you go. That was Deathsmiles 1 and 2 on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I said it's a little, I think it's been 2 weeks since it was released on PlayStation 4. Yeah, to me the major difference is just being able to get the screen to zoom or to expand on the y-axis more. For whatever reason on the PlayStation, it was limited to 133%, 133, 134, somewhere around there, at least on the original Deathsmiles. And on this game, you can actually get it all the way pretty much to the top of the screen at 150% for those games that weren't quite at 1080p. So again, I don't know if that's just a bug, or maybe the scaling engine doesn't quite go that high for the PlayStation 4. Like I said, the PlayStation 4 can output up to 4K, so that may have something to do with it. I'm not really sure. But for my money, I think this is a good purchase. Again, the base price is $40. You can pay another $25 for the DLC characters if you'd like, but it's not necessary for the game. So if you just want just the base game, I think it's still a pretty good deal. You get lots of versions of 1 and 2. I doubt we'll see a 3, unlike Celeste, which they managed to pump out another one of those. But you never know. Maybe if there's interest in this, we'll get another game in this series. It'd be nice because I think it's done really well. 2007, my goodness, that was a long time ago. So yeah, I check it out on the Switch or the PlayStation 4. I'll see if it's on the Xbox, but generally these games don't tend to be on there for one reason or another. I mean, they were on the 360, but the Xbox One and the Xbox Series systems don't tend to get these games anymore. I imagine the low sales probably doesn't help it at all. So yeah, I can say I can wholeheartedly suggest these games if you're a shmup fan, if you like the bullet hell style of shmup. If not, then you saw that I was playing just the regular difficulty, and it's manageable on the regular difficulty. And then if you want to play something more challenging, or if you want to go online, then you have the option of picking more difficult, challenges, and possibly getting up there in the 1cc rankings. So yeah, check it out. It's worth your time and money. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.